What's up, beautiful people? In this video, I will be transplanting or moving my raised beds from the back to the front yard, and then I'll explain the reasoning behind the layout for the new raised bed section, okay? So make sure you stay tuned because this video will be very interesting, y'all, okay? All right, let's go. Woo! What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up With the Joneses. 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 Okay, beautiful people, so we will be moving, like I said, the raised beds, and I didn't really get all of the footage of me actually, or us, because I do have my great friend here today. We didn't get us moving the raised beds in totality, but just know that it was a lot of work, okay? I'm gonna explain the work that it took at the end of this video, but nonetheless, we are now going to move the dirt from the raised beds in the back to the front, and then dress it, and then, right, so stay tuned just to see if the plants stay together, see if everything lives, see if everything thrives. I'm thinking that I will use some fish fertilizer to fertilize the kale and the collard greens and things like that, which should bring it back to life and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. It's gonna be interesting to see what actually turns out and what actually happens, because I honestly don't know. We don't know, but you'll find out. All right. Okay, great people, so I have my raised beds out here thanks to my great friend Mr. Frankie. Love you, kind sir. more than words can describe, but nonetheless, we got it done, y'all. It was hard work. So let me just show you what we have going on and then explain what the purpose and idea was. So as you can see, we have the two of my raised beds out here from the back. Now you can see like the collards, they don't look the best, right? And the kale as well, which is expected, okay? They had a whole uprooting and coming to the front, all that good stuff. I expected it to do what it did. But let me talk about arrangement and orientation so that when you're doing your raised beds, you can do it all the way it needs to be done. So it's raised, or excuse me, it's oriented from north to south, okay? In the back, I had them going from east to west, but I realized and recognized in doing research and reading and all that good stuff, and with experience, I know that doing my beds north to south will give me the best orientation and layout for my raised beds, in which having my taller plants on the back end is ideal, which is why you see the trellis over there. I might even do a trellis for this one. We'll see. I do have the wood and the chicken wire for it, so I'll probably do one for both. But nonetheless, in doing it this way, you do like your climbing vegetables such as your cucumbers and your sweet peas and all those good things on there, and your beans and all that good stuff, and then you do your middle grade height type vegetables here, and then your smaller ones like your bush beans and things like that that are pretty low, your arugulas, your lettuce and things like that, your spinach, you do them on the front, okay? Knowing that the sun will come from the east all the way over to the west, and everything will get the proper amount of sun necessary for growth and healthiness, right? And so in the backyard, y'all know I had that huge oak tree, but up here I do not have that. I have nice openness, and so that is why we did what we did. And I'll even show you what it looked like in the backyard now that these are up here, which we haven't moved everything out of my raised bed, so you'll even get to see what the dirt looked like without everything being out. But that is what the vegetables look like in this new location, this new home. I do have some marigolds planted in there as well, which are very beneficial and helpful, as you all know. And then we have the 5-gallon buckets up here, which, you know, we've been already doing those things. So let's go to the back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so in the back we have a nice open area as it was before. I did keep the Brussels sprouts where it is for now, but it eventually go up to the front. We have our mint down here that was in the center of the kale, and then we have our rosemary that was in the center of the collards, and then we have this other last raised bed that I didn't bring up yet. This one has like carrots in it, bush beans, it has some kale in there as well. I'll probably put like a raised bed around it and just allow it to do what it does, and then move it over when the carrots are done growing, because I do not want to disturb the carrots in its growing process. Know that it's a root vegetable, okay? So I'm gonna just leave it there, let it do what it does, and you know that better is on the way, which is in the front, which is pretty cool. So now I'm gonna have to just rake out this area here, just making sure the land is nice and level, and then yeah, I'll be good to go with doing in the backyard what I want to do, which is probably put down some grass or put a pool down or fire pit or something like that. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, your boy is so excited. It went along a little bit differently than I expected, to be honest. But nonetheless, we were able to get things done, which is the goal at the end of each and every video. But what I will say is, if you are transporting your raised beds, it's probably best just to transport it without the vegetables in it, okay? I gave you an idea of what it would look like when you do it with vegetables, which is sectioning everything off. But at the end of the day, if you could just move soil, that is ideal. And what I would recommend is to sift your soil of the different roots and things that were in your previous raised beds, because you probably don't, well, you really don't want to transport them to your new ones, which I did in some cases. But that's why I only did one bed, and in the other bed I'll do a fresh pot of soil and all that good stuff, and I'll even show you what's necessary in the perfect growing soil, okay? I've learned some things, I'm ready to use these things, I'm excited to share these things with you. But with that being said, bye-bye, so long, bye-bye. To the front yard we go. And going forward, in the front yard will grow. So with that being said, beautiful people, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope this video came together in a way that was beneficial to you, because it was a lot happening. It was hot. We didn't know what we were doing. We were trying things out. But nonetheless, we came to a conclusion, and here's what we have it. And I'll make sure I keep you abreast of how my collards and my kale come out and turn out. I put fish fertilizer on them. I put some more bone meal on them. I put my sustain on them as well. All the necessary unnecessary fertilizers I know will help with growth and productivity. So hoping for the best, praying for the best, looking for the best, expecting the best. All right, y'all. I love you. See you next time.